at Manchester City?
Well, it's a big story today. I'm sure it's the developing story over the weekend. The back page of The Sun has Mancini's point of view after the third defeat in a row last night. You're going to have to axe me. He basically says he's not going to walk away. And why should he? He's got a proven track record. He believes in his ability to turn the situation around at Manchester City. The problem is there is lots of simmering tensions underneath, behind the scenes rather, at Eastlands. And you know, you have a situation where you have players coming out and saying, we back the manager, but nice words don't keep you in a job, results do, and he's not getting those results at the moment. The Independent at the moment, the Independent, Nick Harris's piece here, says they travelled to a very, very tricky place at the weekend, West Bromwich Albion, and Nick Harris points to the Baggies' recent run against City. He says, West Brom have won 4 and drawn 2 of their last 8 top-flight meetings with City, including the previous 3 at home. And this is interesting from Nick Harris in this piece. He says, Martin O'Neill's name is being whispered more loudly each day that Mancini falters, and last night's reverse, the first time City have lost 3 consecutive games since April 2009, will do nothing to quieten it. Now, I mentioned West Brom, managed by Roberto Di Matteo, another Italian, but Mancini says in the Telegraph, well, I'll look at it for yourself. I am hated because I am Italian. I'm not quite sure where he's got this from, but I'm going to read him verbatim. He says, why should I worry about being fired? This doesn't exist. To say the team are all against me is lies. All rubbish. The tabloids rage on us because City are headed by an Italian. I'm sorry to say this, but the English are nationalists when it comes to football. I wouldn't normally say this, but what a load of old nonsense that is. There is nothing to suggest that the reporters up in Manchester are against Mancini full stop, and certainly not against him because he's Italian. What they're doing is their jobs. They're talking about the simmering tensions, as I pointed out, behind the scenes. They're talking about the fact that players are unhappy with training methods. We know from last season when he introduced training twice a day, Carlos Tevez wasn't very happy. We've heard from Yaya Touré's agent, says that some of the teammates don't share his ambition. We saw James Milner admit that he rowed with Emmanuel Adebayor the other day. We saw pictures of Adebayor rowing with Vincent Kompany. City are not a happy ship, and that's the reason why Mancini's in trouble.
It's very easy to take a broad brush to all this, though, isn't it? If City beat West Bromwich Albion and beat United, suddenly it's City are title contenders again. Because we know how it works in the media. If we look at the intricacies of it, they lost to Arsenal when they had a man sent off in 5 minutes, but still played really well. But that's been forgotten. Yes, they lost to Wolves, but last night, you know, Boyata heads the ball onto back of someone's head. It goes in the net. They lose the game. So it's very easy to look at it from a wide brush, when actually, if you look at the intricacies, it's not so bad.
I see your City bias is coming out a little bit there, Mike, but I'm going to respond with this. City are 2 points worse off than they were when Mark Hughes was sacked last season. They've also lost to the likes of Wolves. They've dropped points against Blackpool and Sunderland. And as far as Mancini is concerned, he himself says that... sorry, they beat Blackpool, you're right. As far as Mancini himself is concerned, he says, my brief is to get City into the Champions League. But the big problem is it does appear that City are able to get themselves up for the big games, for the big matches against the big teams. And we all know that titles are won when you can put runs of form together. And at the moment, it doesn't look as though City have that ability to do that. So you can talk all you like about stuff behind the scenes and how the media works, but the fact is, if they get results, he keeps his job. And at the moment, they're just not doing that.
OK, what else have you got?